All right. Great. Excellent. It looks like we are live. Great. All right. Excellent. Hi. Well, welcome to those of us joining us on YouTube. I'm about to fire up Instagram Live here in a sec. My name is Mindful Michael, and I am bringing you a really cool offering. So I have this event that I do here in New York City. It's the third Thursday of every month. I do a Third Eye Thursday is what I call it. And it's an opportunity for me to bring some of the stuff that I do to people. And it's a really fun event. We do it at this place called the Chipped Cup, and I have a great time. And so this evening we're doing a virtual version where I'm going to be jumping on with people on Instagram Live, and we're going to do a couple tarot readings. I'm going to pull a couple cards for each person. And then we're going to wrap up with, we'll see what we're feeling. I'm feeling like we'll do a little meditation. I've been saying meditation, but maybe we'll have a little chat. I don't know what's going on with that. But I've got the tarot cards, I've got a candle lit. I'm going to burn some sage, and I'm going to fire up our Instagram Live situation. Yeah, so. Great. So you've heard my intro, you're about to hear it again, but it's so fun. And I'll embellish. You'll get more info. So, let's do this. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All right. Good evening, Instagram. If you are watching this later, welcome to Third Eye Thursday with Mindful Michael. So I have Instagram Live fired up. I also have YouTube Live fired up, and I'm kind of talking to both a little bit. But our tarot readings that we're doing are going to be in here today. So I'm really excited about this. Welcome in, everybody. So we're going to get started here in a couple minutes. But welcome to Third Eye Thursdays with Mindful Michael. We get to do this virtually. I'm really excited. So yeah, welcome in. Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Brandon. How are you all? Yeah, we're just going to get started here in a second. I should burn some sage. So, Ileana, welcome in, babe. How are you? Rosine, how are you? Michelle, LJ, welcome in, you guys. It's Third Eye Thursday. So, not only do I have Instagram Live right now, but I also have YouTube Live. We're getting fancy. Kat! Welcome in. I'm so glad you're tuning in. Steph, welcome in. I'm great. You know what? I had a really great yoga class earlier. I don't know if y'all joined. Some of y'all were here for. Oh, hello, Katie. How are you? Jenny, welcome in. This is so fun. So I like this version of Third Eye Thursday because we can all do this from our beds. So I'm going to be pulling people on live with me. Alana, welcome. I miss you too, Kat. I hope you're doing well in all of this. So I'm going to be pulling people on live with me, and we're going to do, truly though, the sage is magical. We're going to do some tarot readings. I'm going to pull a couple cards for different people. So when I do tarot readings for groups like this, the way that I do it, what I say is, sometimes the thing that you need to hear, the thing that you've come to get from the situation, sometimes you hear it better from over there than you do from when you're here with me. So sometimes there's something special about that when you kind of realize oh, that was totally for me too, and you have that special thing. So yeah. Anyway, let me do a little bit of quick finagling here. So we'll get started here in a sec. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm responding to our first tarot reading. Hi, welcome in, y'all. All right, wow, we have a lot of people joining. This is really fun. Okay, so, hi, welcome in. We are doing some Third Eye Thursday this evening. So, I've got the live stream going on YouTube too, so I'm also paying attention to what we have here. But hey, Jordan, do you want to be our first tarot reading? If you're decent and you want to jump on live with me, I'd love to pull some cards for you, babe. I'm feeling like maybe you're our first. Let me know. And then if you want, I think there's a way for you to request if you're into it. You can jump on, but if you're not, then I can move on to somebody else. Yes, okay. Paul, you want to be next? You got it. Done. Done, babe. Okay, so hi, welcome in, everybody. My name is Mindful Michael. I am a metaphysician, which means that I am a bunch of different things. I'm an astrologer, I'm a tarot reader, I'm a Reiki healer, I do energy work. I don't know. Let me see if I do know how to do this. I think I do. Go live with... Oh, I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out how to do this. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Jordan, I hope you're joining me. Hi. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking what we'll do tonight is hi! Oh my god, girl! Hey! Okay. Okay, so I'm so good. How are you? Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to tell everybody what's going on and then we'll get started. So, hi everybody who's joining us. This is Third Eye Thursday. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for all the people jumping in. So, this is an event that I created here in New York City. It kind of came from an event that I did at a music festival called Welcome Campers. For those of you who are familiar with Welcome Campers and are from the Welcome Camper family, I love you all. But basically, it started when I was there to do tarot readings and yoga and astrology, and I had tarot readings were going really great. We had this beautiful room, but we were doing them one at a time, and there was a line out the door, and it was late, and people were about to leave, and I was like, "Get your asses in here, and we're making this a show." So then I was like, "We got to take this back to New York City," and it's just something so fun to do. So anytime that I am doing an event like this, for those of you who've already been in here, for anybody who's just jumping, sorry, I'm getting distracted by reading the comments too. It's so hard to do. This is such it's like being a spin instructor. It's like, okay, make sure that you're cueing, make sure you're at the beat, make sure you've got your choreo, make sure you're transitioning. It's so funny. Anyway, so I'm too easily distracted for it, but it's so fun. So what I tell people for these events is sometimes what you came here to hear, you'll hear better if I'm telling it to Jordan than if I'm telling it straight to you. So we truly are. Sorry, I'm reading the comments again. Alana just said we're the ADHD generation, and we totally are. We're so free and focused, it's hard for us to keep. And also, so many of us, we are intuitives, we are receivers, and part of being a receiver is being open, being able to get off the track you're on and be ready to receive again. And so sometimes that can be disjointed. And as a teacher, I believe that every time somebody walks in the room, everything, the energy shifts. And sometimes, and it happens here. It's totally here too. It's just the same energy. So before we get started, I want to tell you guys a little bit about some of the things I'm doing, and then we'll get rolling. But so first off, I'm doing a ton of things live here on Instagram. I'm doing weekday mornings. I have Mornings with Mindful Michael. It's a 10 to 15 minute little chat. We always run over. But it's over a cup of coffee. We are talking mantras. We talk about a different topic every day. And it's just a tool you can use to to consciously shift towards a positive vibration when you go into your day. That's my goal, because I know that everybody's waking up and it's really easy to get negative, and I want to give you something. The other thing is I'm doing yoga classes, and they are happening Tuesday night and Thursday. These are all Eastern Standard Time times. But I'm doing a yoga class on Sunday. It's going to be a yoga and a meditation, and the meditation that we're doing on Sunday is a beautiful meditation that gives you the sense of, it helps you kind of help other people with their grief. It's really powerful. It's beautiful. Anyway, so I'm excited about it, and I think we could all use it. So everything that I'm doing is donation-based. There's links to that on my profile, and if you don't have $1 to spare right now, I love you, and I see you. I just ask that you share, because sharing the vibration. That's all it is, right? So with that, let's get started, Jordan. So Jordan, how you doing? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so where are you right now? Are you here in New York City?
I'm here. I'm in Brooklyn.
Okay. Rocking.
Making it out.
Yeah, and making art and being in your space.
I really am. It feels bad to say almost, but I'm glad at the same time that I'm being forced almost to be creative, and I feel more creative than I did before all this was going on.
Have you been watching Meta Mondays?
No.
Girl, you gotta go watch Better Mondays because I have time and I've been making them funny, but the whole conversation has been like, we're in a time where like the universe is forcing us inward. It's springtime, so biologically we are wanting to create. We're wanting to get out of our den and take action. And spring is sprung, but we're forced to stay in. So it's like the universe is saying, "Dear people of Earth, no, 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 no. You shall not go and frolic in the fields in spring and get your shit going. You need to look at yourselves. Get it centered with you, and it's not about like you have issues. Let's fix them. It's more about like get in your authenticity." This is like we're all being forced to really turn inward. We're connecting in weird ways. It's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's like because that's how we survive is by making the best of our situation. So we have to be looking at the positivity. Like one of the things that I do with people when we're working on something kind of heavy is we talk about like if you were calling in this experience to teach you something or to give you benefit, what would the benefit be? And for me, there was a moment I was joking with Lucy. I was like, I think I manifested the coronavirus. Like, honestly, like my body needed the rest. I like needed the time to be creative and like, it's like helped me do everything with Mindful Michael that I've been wanting to do for literally years. And like, it's the universe is like, fine, you want to do it? Get still. Here's your apartment. Here's your set. You have everything you need. Go. I know. I was like, I didn't want anyone to die. I just wanted to rest my hip. Anyway, so I got some cards for you, girl. All right, so first off, you have the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords indicates that you have like the energy of a new idea coming forward. So it's like you kind of have some like, it's like this creative energy, this spark that you've got going. It's like now the energy that we've been talking about in the morning show that I've been doing is that while we have some new things blossoming, it's more like we need to kind of keep it inside and wait for the flowers to finish blooming before we like take it out to show the world. But for me, I really see that what this time is giving you is it's giving you a time to release from the material in a way that's letting you be in the vibration of abundance. It's like because it's like it's a shit show on that material front, it's allowing you to be a little bit more generous with your vibration and with yourself and your light. And I feel like for you, that's leading you to this vibration that's giving you the ability to lock onto to what will be successful for you in a longer journey. Okay, so let's talk in the conversation because at the bottom of all of this is some serious emotional letting go. I'm not showing the cards. I'm not showing all the cards. I didn't realize. Okay, Page of Swords was first. So in the middle is the Six of Pentacles, which for me is sort of saying like this is a time where you've been wanting to be here. I read this right now with you as like you're being able to be more generous with your vibration is where I'm getting this. Is where like it's like you can really pour out from you. And for you, that pouring out, it's the same thing I'm going through with all of this. Like literally I was like, you know what? Throw it up. Here it is. Here it is. Let's see. I'm gonna beat my drum, shine out my light, hit my vibration, and I'm gonna trust that I'm here to do that, and the universe is gonna support me in return. And like it's showing up. But what's happening though is because the material is what puts us in that vibrational quagmire. A lot of us are very spiritual people, and we live in our passion. We're pursuing our passions. We're leading. Our hearts have led us, but our hearts don't know about the ideas of money and man and survival and all of that. So the spiritually in tune people, we get fucked up on that journey. And it leads us in this space where we suffer a lot longer than we need to. And it's simple of just believing that we're worthy of receiving that kind of abundance or receiving that kind of support in what we do. But it doesn't happen until we vibrationally value what we do. I know. I know. I know. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Third Eye Thursdays. You've been missing out. Little did you know you should have been getting your ass to the chipped cup every third Thursday. Welcome in. These are what we do here. Okay, so let's talk about this, though, because the Six of Swords was at the bottom of the deck when all was said and done with your cards. And the Six of Swords is about this emotional, but big emotional releases. And to me, it's that big emotional release around the value stuff. I know, right? Sorry, I'm reading the comments. Yeah, a lot of us needed to hear that. Okay, so, but where does that ring true for you? I'd love to hear where that kind of like resonates, besides in a lot of stuff.
Me or the comments?
No, the cards. You.
Oh, God. I had the same exact experience that you have with having this, like, seedling of an idea in my brain for, like, 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of stuff it felt like a lot was holding me back, and I truly was not trusting that I'm here to do this one thing. It was, I'm like, used to letting, I don't know, my self-consciousness dominate so then I don't take action on it.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm just like, I've been literally actually creating music and actually sitting down and giving myself the time to stumble through the creation process, which hasn't been happening until now.
Yeah.
So in that way, totally rings true. On the materialistic side, that ties into creating and not giving a blind fadil, whether it's, marketable or blah blah blah. It's just true and authentic to me. But also, I literally lost my job. I'm a gig worker, then I'm being forced to look at, well, this stuff was not guaranteed to me before this all happened anyway. So it's time to let go.
Yeah. Woo! Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's and like, but it's funny because doesn't it feel like the universe? You were talking about like when we're talking about like, did I manifest this? It's like the universe like is like pushing you to like. And I was talking about this in Meta Mondays, where with the retrograde that happened, the universe was really pushing us to this edge because when we're at that edge, that's when we really see what's real. That's when we know our truth because we teeter. It's interesting. So we have a full moon coming up on Wednesday, and it's in Libra. And Libra is the scales. Is this trying to weigh between these 2 points? And the point of Libra is to learn that these different dualities that we're working with, they're a scale. They're connected. There's a degree between them because what happens in that journey of understanding is we stop being in these extremes of things and we learn how to mellow out enough that we can clear our vibration and we can let go of hanging on to, and we can accept ourselves for what we're receiving of ourselves. But I wanted to say something about the like, who am I to the part of you that holds back prior to all of this. Sorry, I just went on like a big tangent. I don't know if that was even a clear thought, but somebody needed to hear something about that. Jump. But so I wanted to say something about, because we talked about the Fool card at one point earlier this week, and the Fool card in tarot represents how the best way we could walk about life, and it's about it's about being in a state of appreciation and free flow and kind of receiving, and it also is representative of how in this lifetime we're born in the dark. Like, we're born not knowing who we are. Who we are is unfurling to us and everyone around us with every day. And so the who am I to be this thing? Who am I? It's the question that it's like, that's almost like when you're pouring from soy sauce and you like the soy sauce containers with the hole and it like releases it when you release the hole. It's like the who am I to be this thing is the hole that's letting you pour in because it's the constant question. So yes, it's like this insecure shit for a while. I didn't even know where I was going with that. I'm sorry. This is why I love Third Eye Thursday, is I get some great shit. This is awesome. But that's definitely where we that's an important thing to remember, that like there are these parts of us that are empty, and they are supposed to be because they create the hunger, the yearning. And when we get pushed to these brinks like this, the emptiness of them, quiet the fuck out. This is not meant for children, this show. Sorry. Okay, cool. So, do you feel a sense of completeness?
Yeah, I feel like those are spot on.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think
yeah.
I'm just grateful.
You know how wonderful it is to see your beautiful face?
Oh my God,
I just miss your energy.
Months now.
I miss your energy. I miss your curls. You guys, to have curly hair is to be a master of chaos. What is true one day... Oh no, my niece is watching this. You know what? I know my family. I know she hears worse. Sweetheart Sabrina, do not say bad words. You better believe I have a niece named Sabrina. You guys, life is so good. Okay. Jordan, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to jump to the next person. Paul, I think I'm coming to you next. You're an angel. Love you. I'm removing you. Okay. So here we go. Let's see. Paul, if you're still in here. If not, I'm jumping to somebody else. He left. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so somebody else was interested. Megan, do you want to do? You want to jump on with me? Are you decent, honey? Oh, Paul's here. Okay, I didn't see you. Hang on, Paul. Paul, can you request? Now it's not working. Oh no! Technology and my downfall. My fat thumbs, too. Okay. Okay, Paul, request if you can. I'm having trouble with this. You know what? Everybody be ready, because we'll see what we get. Oh, now I'm just turning the camera around. Great. Shit. There we go. Figured that out. You guys, I know that you don't know this about me, but I am actually really terrible with technology. Okay. This is really bothering me. But this isn't working. Okay, we all might have to jump off and jump back on, I swear. I do not know how this is going. Thank you guys for all your support. You're so sweet. Okay. Oh, here we go. Now maybe I can view. I think it's something with my phone is going on. Seriously though. All right, you know what? We're all gonna jump off and we're gonna jump back on and we're gonna see if turning off and everything works. So just like, come join me. You know, let's do this. I love you all. That was round 1. Let's do it again. You guys are great. Let's see if anybody's watching this. All right. And so we're back for another round of Third Eye Thursday. So we're having technology mishaps, so hopefully. Hi, welcome back in, everybody. Hey, guys. We did it. We're back in. So if you're just joining, here's another round of Third Eye Thursday. Oh my god, Aggie's here! Okay, so here we go. Let's see if this works again. All right. So, give me a moment as we're coming in. Hey, Carly, you ready? Paul, we'll do you next when you come in. All right, Carly, I'm requesting you. Let's do this. Hey, girl, hey! I haven't seen you since Welcome Campers.
I know, it's so bad. Especially because you're in my neighborhood now.
I know. I didn't realize that you were... I thought you were in Brooklyn. I didn't realize you're here.
No, man. I've come to fight.
Listen, well, neighborhoods are an illusion now, so... for now. One day, you guys, I cannot wait. When we can all be together again, we're going to do yoga in the park this summer. It's going to be lovely. We're going to do different parks, too. It's magical.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna like re-intro everything that's going on and like catch people up who are just joining us because we lost some people in the changeover from my technological. You guys, I really am so bad with technology. I'm the youngest child in my family, and it's fine. Okay, so welcome in. This is Third Eye Thursday with Mindful Michael. My name is Michael. And I am a metaphysician, which means I'm an astrologer, tarot reader, I'm a Reiki healer, I work with chakras, and I also teach yoga and meditation and spin, and it's all magic and fun. And so we're doing some tarot readings, and then we're talking, we'll just seeing what the conversation, holds. And I just love all the humans who are here. This is so fun. Okay, so, all right. So, Carly, how are you doing? Tell me what's going on in life.
Oh, I'm good. Well, good is relative, I guess.
Okay.
I'm working from home. Things have been slow, but fine. I'm grateful to be employed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like super wonderful. I've been talking to some people on like dating apps, passing the time. That's been fun.
Great.
My exes have texted me, and I've like kiboshed that. And been like, no, thank you.
Yes. Remind me, what's your sun
living my
sign?
life.
What's your sun sign again?
Leo.
Leo. Okay. Great. Excellent. Okay, I already pulled cards for you. They like pop right out.
Oh, amazing.
Okay, so here's where you're at. This is where kind of a lot of us are. So I think what always tends to happen with these events and like with readings is that the people who come up are like very much in like one of the few like couple themes. Like oh, you're back. Okay. So what comes up is like each of the people kind of run into a couple of the different themes that are like happening lately. So what's happening for you is you're in kind of the Nine of Wands realm. So this is the idea of like what's happened is sort of shifted you to a space where now you still have like a routine, like you still have things that are set, like you said, but you have this space in it where you get to kind of stop and like you get a different angle on everything that you've manifested and kind of what you're building, and it's leading to some release of some stuff. Like, so Three of Swords is usually kind of like rough shit, upside down. It's like everything is sort of falling out. It allows for energy to flow again. It's like the release of blockages. So you're doing this thing where it's letting you, where you are right now is vibrationally letting you get observations on your vibration, and you're starting to see where in the knots you can start to pull to loosen them versus in the rush of day-to-day life, maybe pulling on the knots was only going to tighten them because it was hard to get centered and quiet and clear enough to really see that process. So here's what's happening. As you're doing that process, vibrationally preparing yourself, what you end up doing is you're setting yourself up for the universe to start to offer you some things. You're preparing the way for you're creating the space in your garden, and the universe is ready to give you those seeds, but it's sort of like, just hang tight. Like you can now understand that in that push towards spring, what you're really doing is prepping everything. We've been talking about the idea of looking at your garden and really getting honest about what in your garden that you've been growing is nourishing. Like, think about it this way. If you've been growing potatoes in your garden for years, and potatoes have always done well in your garden, and you've always had plenty of potatoes and you've never gone without potatoes, it's okay for you to stop and say, you know what, I only have so much space in my garden, and like, I've had my fill of potatoes, and that's not as nourishing to me anymore as like squash. Like I want to grow more squash in my garden, you know? So maybe I'm going to clear out the potato space. And maybe that means that then I have to shift my soil composition. Maybe that means I really have to till the soil over. Maybe I have to really clear that area. Maybe it means I have to completely redo my garden. So soil composition looks like, what kind of vibrations are you weaving into your day-to-day now? So like I talked about in my morning lives that I'm doing, how when you first wake up, you kind of start your day in a certain momentum. And how if you do that in a negative, it's really easy in a situation like this, community-wise, to go into a negative direction. There's a lot to worry about. We want to keep our eye on the problem, and we think that if we keep our eye on the problem, that we'll be okay, but we inundate ourselves with it. My friend Alana, she said something. Alana, you should wave and let everybody know who you are if you're in. But she had a beautiful post today talking about how like being in the news is just so much. It's too much. But what you're doing is, so what I want you to think about is like, what vibration do you want to weave for what you do want to grow? So like, if you're wanting to grow something that has like more love in it, how can you have more love right now in your day-to-day? Like if you're wanting to grow something that has more like contentment in it, how can you be content in your day-to-day? Because I use contentment because some people want contentment and some people want excitement, and those are not the same. Those don't go together, right? So like, Abraham Hicks 101 for anybody listening who knows Abraham Hicks. Anyway, so there was a card at the bottom. So then this is the caution for people who are kind of in your situation is Knight of Wands reversed is saying don't rush in. It's saying like there's a need when we start to make the way for vibrational clarity. When we get clarity, we want to take action because the action is clear. We're like, oh, that's what it, and we really want to like make. It's like we don't like the problem on our desk, so we want to have the solution. So we want to rush in with the solution. So like while you want to take action now, maybe another thing to put in your garden is like a chiller sketch. Or like, something that where like you are your own boss, and now we're like going to use a bunch of different metaphors for what you might grow and where it might be growing. But like, what kind of deciding for yourself how you want to go about that. Like, with dating, what are your boundaries around dating, and how do you want to assert those boundaries? What kind of vibration? Like things to think about. Just like it gives you the time to kind of stew and marinate in the flavors of what you really want to manifest. Because I think we're all in a space where like not a lot's going to manifest in the physical right away. We're really forced to see how our vibration and our physical manifestation is different by this time and what's happening. So do you have any other questions? Do you have any like thoughts on that you kind of want to clarify, or what specific?
I don't know if there's anything to clarify. It all like makes total sense because for like the last, oh my god, it's been 3 weeks now, hasn't it?
It really has. This is the third week for most of us.
Yeah, this is my third week. For like the last 3 weeks that I've been working from home, like I haven't left my neighborhood, I haven't gotten on the subway, I've walked to the grocery store, and I've walked in the park, and that's it. And the first week, I like super hardcore was like, okay, like need to keep connections with people, need to keep plans, need to like keep going on dates, need to do this, need to do that. By the end of it, I was like, great.
Yeah. Yes.
And the last 2 weeks, I've just been like using all this time to do the dumbest things that bring me so much joy.
Good. Yes.
And it's like the best, and I like can't imagine life without that now. And I'm like, oh, this will be like a good routine to have like whenever the normal world comes back.
Yeah.
So it all like makes total sense. But I really like my analogy is like taking the potatoes out, but then like preparing the soil for like tomatoes or whatever else is going in. I was thinking of it in like okay, like you know what isn't nourishing anymore, and like you know what looks like ideal, but like how do you yourself work to get there?
Yes.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Just prep it. Yeah.
Super helpful.
Cool. I love that. Yeah, so the garden metaphor is really big, and I'm working on a chakra workshop that I'm going to be doing online because I can't do it in person. But I'm working on a chakra workshop where it's 7 sessions, and each session is a different chakra, and the heart chakra is all about manifestation in a garden metaphor. It's really fun. So everybody keep an eye out for that. So yeah, cool. Well, Carly, thank you so much for joining me. And like, yeah, I'm really glad that you're getting the benefits of this time, because that's what we have to do, right?
Yeah, it's the only thing to do. You know, you dwell on it, it's not going to be a good experience for anyone.
Yeah. Ooh, actually, hang on. I just saw a comment. Somebody did say something really great. Chris did say, "Time to focus on us. Strip away the negative to find who we are authentically." Yes, man, that's what I like. These wise ones, y'all. Anyway, have you been to one of my spin classes? I don't think you have been to my spin class. You should come to my spin class when we have spin classes again.
I'll try. I've only spun twice. And, like, I'm a former Zumba teacher. I taught Zumba in Pennsylvania.
Yes, Zumba. Zumba.
And anytime I get, like, on a spin bike, it is the scariest, most uncomfortable thing I ever do.
I feel like, I feel like my riders will I feel like my riders will definitely, like, join me on this, but, like, if you come to my spin class, and, like, come a little bit early so we can make sure you're set up on the bike well, but, like, it's a dance party. It's so fun. We'll make sure we'll do what we can to make sure you have a great time. If you want to. No pressure.
I'll try it again for you. You're probably, like, the only person who could get me back on the spin bike.
Yes. I love how many people are like, yes. Oh, yeah, all right. Well, Carly, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Yes, you too. Thank you so much. All right, here we go with this tech thing. Let's see if we can do it again. Okay. All right, let's see who I can leave. Paul, are you still here? Let's see. I hope you don't have to jump off again, you guys. if it does that, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because we can't do this every time. Maybe we're just doing them in sessions, which it's okay. So, okay. I think we're gonna have to do that. Yeah, we are. We're gonna have to jump on and off again. Maybe there's a way to do this. Am I allowed to like close out of the app and jump back in? Because then maybe then somehow we'll figure out how to do this. Ryan, don't laugh at me. Everybody's laughing at me. Ah! Did that work? Maybe that did it. You guys. All right. Well, let's break. Go pee if you have to. Get some water. Yeah, we'll jump back in together. All right. No, it's me, you guys. It's me. Because when I press on it, it doesn't jump up for me. It doesn't open up for me to be able to do it again. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to update my app or something like that. You never know. All right. So, okay, we'll do Paul, and then we'll do Kat, and then we're, like, closing out. But remember, if you still tune in, you will... Thanks. Yeah, get some water. Sarah's right. We'll, like, close out with that. And don't fret if you're Paula. You already have a tarot reading tomorrow that you won with me because you've been following along in my content, and I give away a lot of fun stuff all the time. So before we close out this session and open out another, I want to give you guys some reminders. So I've been doing live yoga classes. You can still see those. They're saved for an hour, or for a day, for 24 hours. I'm getting so distracted by all these things that are happening. I have yoga classes happening. It's at 7 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday. I have an 11 a.m. class happening on Sunday. We're going to flow and we're going to meditate, and it's going to be magical. So also, I've been doing a morning live show. So here on Instagram Live at like 8:50-ish, 9 a.m., we're starting our day with like a little mindful chat, pulling some tarot cards, doing some mantras, and all that stuff. So let's do like a quick break, and I'm going to jump right back on. If you're joining me on YouTube, you've been here the whole time, and it's always interesting. No, you guys, it's like me, because then he sends the request, and I can't like accept the request, because I have to select it and then like open it. You guys are so sweet. Okay, I'm going to close out. We're going to all jump back in together. Paul, you jump back in right away, hun, all right? So, yeah, let's do this. Peace out, Cub Scouts! Round 3 of Third Eye Thursday. This is really fun. All right. Cool. Hi, you guys. Welcome back in. You guys are awesome for jumping back in with me every time. You guys are real troopers. Now I know. I feel like Sally Fields when she was like, "You really like me. You really like me." I don't know what this is. I'm gonna figure this out. But you know what? I kind of like the break too, and I also like that. Then when it's like we see it later, we kind of like see. You can kind of jump in and yeah. So I'm just gonna check in and see when Paul's in. So for those of you who are just joining us, welcome to Third Eye Thursdays with Mindful Michael. This is something that I've been doing for here in New York City since we started, like the year started, I think maybe a little bit before. It's something I've been doing with the Chipped Cup. And it's really fun. We do public tarot readings. And yes, Sarah getting water on our water break. I love it. I love that so much. Okay, so let's see if Paul's on my list yet of people I can invite in. I don't know why. All right, so I'll just have Paul request when he gets in. Perfect for, or wine refills if you need a wine break. You know, I myself might not have, you know, this might not be tea. It's not tea. It's tequila. Because you know what? It's Thursday, and this is my party, and I can have tequila if I want to. But don't worry. The tequila is not why I can't figure out this technology. Trust. It's just me and technology. We're against each other. Oh no. Now my button isn't working again. It's like I can only select it once. You guys, I swear. All right, screw it. Paul, I love you, but somebody request in. Let's see how this goes. Somebody just, let's see. I cannot with this. This is like not letting me select it again. So send me a request and we'll see if I can accept it. I do not know. All right. Yeah. You guys, I swear. No. Lord in heaven. All right, well, I don't know what the deal is. Okay, we're going to try one more time. We're all going to get off and we're going to jump right back on together. And this is the last one. It's a free-for-all. You're all just going to send a request because it only lets me select it once. And then if I close it, it won't let me select it again. It's not letting me open your requests is the problem now because me and technology are just... Is it like a Mercury retrograde? No, it's not. What is happening? All right, let's get off and get back on together. Let's do this. And now, delete video, delete, join, boom. All right, this is our last one. This is our last round. So we're all jumping in. I'm not selecting the button to pick somebody until I'm gonna give it, we're gonna wait 2 minutes of requests and we're just gonna put it all in and we're gonna see what happens. So, Lord in heaven. I'm gonna give it a minute because I'm only gonna select it once. You guys are like fucking awesome for jumping back on with me. I would have been so over me by now if it were the shoe were on the other foot, truly. My attention span would not be about it. So I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna clear the cards too. This will be our last one because it's after 10. And I have a morning thing to do. All right. Technology is whack, isn't it? Don't you dare. You dare me. Here we go. All right. Kat, you ready? Ah! She declined. Oh no. I think she hit it on accident. Oh no, you guys. Kat! Mischievous little thing. That was our chance with the button. This is it. We're gonna jump on together. We're all gonna be ready, and we're gonna do this. You guys are awesome. Let's do it again. Get ready. May the odds be ever in all of our favors. This is the last one. Thank you and good night. No, I mean, I'm gonna jump back on in a second. Delete video. Hey, it's still a lot of people watching. I'm happy. This is the last one. It's the last one. Here it is, Third Eye Thursday with Mindful Michael. We're doing this. So, welcome in, everybody. Oh my god, nobody's jumping back in. They're all over it. This might be our last one. Well, there it goes. Here we go. Maybe now we'll get it. Here we go. All right, here we go. We're in. I was like frozen. There was a whole thing. I don't know. Are we all good now? Are we all together? All right, cool. Those of you who are joining me on YouTube, you're awesome. Oh, okay, you guys, all right. Thanks for hanging in. This is like, I feel like this is like the crowd, like at the end of the night at the bar. It's like, all right, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm gonna hit the button. I'm gonna do this. Christopher. Join me, baby. Let's do this reading. Yay! Welcome in. We did it.
Yeah, that was like so dramatic.
That was really dramatic. You know what? I'm gonna figure out what it is that is like making all this. Hi, Amy. I love you. Sorry, I'm seeing people who are coming in. I will do that a couple times at you. Sorry. How are you doing, babe?
I'm good. You know, today was actually a productive day. I made it outside. 4.5 mile run, done.
Love it. Love it.
It's
Love
really
that.
Refresh, yeah.
That must be great.
I mean, once a week, why not?
Yeah. I mean, if you can't go to a spin class.
7 days until I went for this run, so I need it.
You stayed inside for 7 days straight, like without getting your body out.
Yeah.
How did you
I was
not?
in a 260 square foot apartment, so yeah, I've been like needing to get out.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you finally did it. You know, I have found that it is quite easy to like keep some space from people right now. Like if you go out, it's not like I don't feel like I put myself in a risky situation.
Sure.
In
yeah,
you know.
but everyone has like different like views and perspectives on it. But
Yes.
I had no other reason. Like I've been doing at-home workouts. I got a new yoga mat, so
Okay.
the box moving. I did your little thing the other day, your little hip opener.
Yes. Good. I'm glad.
I did that.
Yes. Thank you for.
So thank you.
Thanks for doing yoga with me.
Yeah.
Great, excellent. So I'm going to start drawing some cards, or just seeing what comes up. You came to a Third Eye Thursday.
I tried.
Did you? You didn't make it?
I never made it. I was going to make it one day, and then they called me in for Dragon, so of course my life pulled me away.
Oh, got it. Okay. Is this for you? Yeah. Okay. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I actually love when this card comes up, and this card comes up every Third Eye Thursday with somebody. So this is the Three of Pentacles. So everybody listen up. The Three of Pentacles is a lesson about manifestation and the way the universe talks to you about manifestation. So in this image, you have these two architects, and then you have the Mason. So you are the Mason in this card. We all are this person. And this is the universe. These are like our guides, the parts of the universe that are working with us. And they have the plans, but they are having a conversation with the Mason. They recognize that they are not the one with their hands in the clay. They're not the one who's assembling the thing. And you can have a great plan, but it doesn't fucking matter if the execution isn't what it's meant to be. So there's such an honoring of you in this relationship. And that's so important. When people don't have that relationship with the universe and manifesting, that's when they're not able to get super deliberate. But when they do understand that there is a loving, harmonious relationship, it's kind of like when you praying to a God that you don't believe loves you. It's like what good are your prayers then? No matter how hard you pray, if you ultimately believe that maybe there's something wrong with you and God doesn't love you for that, you can't have the same access to that energy. So it's almost like the same with manifesting in the universe. If you don't really believe that the universe is like actually wanting things to work out in your favor, then like you're not going to be able to manifest more as deliberately as you could if you accepted that part of you and that truth. So a big part of the Three of Pentacles that I get, Megan said it's her favorite card, and I totally agree. It's one of my favorites. So I use this as the Mason. The example that I use is like the Mason being like, okay, so I'm working on this arch. It's super fab, and like I really want to put some like blue stones along the top of it. Like I think blue stones would be gorge. And your guides are like, great. There are some gorgeous blue stones. They're coming straight from like the Himalayas or somewhere. They haven't even been mined yet, but in 6 months, you're going to cross them at some store. It's going to be perfect. You'll see it. And you're like, no, I want to finish this archway now. And like they're like, no, but perfect blue stones are coming. And you're like, but I want to work on this now. I need this now. And so you're like, I'll just take these pebbles off the ground and jam them in. And what happens is you kind of ruin the archway you were working on because you weren't patient enough. So if you can learn to be in a state of listening and being okay with receiving the answer that like, your job is to wait now. It's like the part of, ooh, you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of the last time I went to Austin, and the biggest thing that struck me was how the food was so flavorful, and how I realized how everything there had been cooked for like 24 hours already. Like it was like slow cooked and marinated, and flavors had the component of time in them. And I think about how in here in New York City, everything has to be quick. So there's not such there's not the same kind of simmering with things. So it's not really in our nature to really let things simmer, but maybe there's something to be said about that's where you're, oh, hey, Becca Brunel, where maybe that's something to be said about where you are right now is that you're in the state to simmer because there are cooperative components for what you really want that the universe wants to give you, but it needs to have some time. So 2 other cards came up.
Patience is not my strong suit.
Yeah, I know that about you. So the World Reverse came up as the card in the middle, so as the second card. So to me, this is saying that like you are very much in this state where the world normally signifies completion. You are in a state where like there are things that you still have to learn, and in that we feel like I almost see it as like it being a wheel, and I see you being in this state of feeling like you're at the top of it, but really you're about halfway there. And I feel like there's still another rounding of the corner to be done. And the last card is the Hangman Reverse, which is saying, like, you're making the rounding of that corner. To me, it's almost like right now. Oh, you know what? Okay, ready? Ready? So looking at a watch face on the angle. So looking at a watch face on the angle, notice the second hand. Notice how can you see the second hand in detail? Probably not. So if you can see the second hand in detail, notice how when if it's on the angle, when the second hand is coming towards you, it looks like it's going really fast. But then for the same amount of the distance, because it's on the angle and your perception of it has been shifted, which is what we're in now, when it's traveling that same distance, it looks like it's barely moving, but it's only your perspective on it. So what's happening right now is your perspective is about to shift in where you are, where what feels like is moving very slow, you'll realize is just part of the cycle that you get to kind of enjoy, because it's about to when it's time, it will kind of like go into like a vacuum almost. There's been this interesting conversation about how we're in this sort of like time where time is accelerated for so many people because we're in these vacuums of our focus, and it's like that time hasn't accelerated for you yet. And because you're sort of like enjoying this sort of open space before you go into it. So, okay. So here was what was at the bottom of the deck. So I think this is a time for you to kind of like let yourself out of your cage a little bit, if that makes sense. I feel like the way that you are, knowing you as a person, knowing what you do for a living, and knowing a little bit more about you, I can say that like there's a part of you that I feel like has a lot of control, especially on an emotional front. You have a strong command of yourself within the chaos. And I think your job is to maybe let that guard down a little bit and let yourself be a little bit more emotionally free and open. Because I think it's going to create something. It's going to create something for you. A sense of trust, maybe. I don't know. But that's kind of what I gather about your energy. Do you have any questions or anything about that?
No, I mean, it's funny because I actually did my reading 3 days ago, and I got the world also as the center card.
Really?
It was in birth, so it was about seeking what's full and complete right now.
Okay.
But it's interesting to compare it to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, like right now, I'm in theater, like my show's shut down right now, and my summer stock thing might be shutting down too, so it's like there's a lot of uncertainty right now, but that's letting go like 15 years of like consistent work and success. Mm-hmm. And then like figuring out what the next move is, because I've been working on non-theater resumes, trying to figure out like, do I go that route, what's going on? But it's the patience and the like.
Yeah, totally. Just wait. Because you better believe when all of this gets back into session that people, you're looking at a lot of people who do not know how to get themselves back into the rhythm they were in. I think about how when it's time to teach spin again, girl, my lungs are not ready. Like, I am not ready. Like, even right now, if I had to jump in, I'd be fucked. So, like, I think about that, and it's like, there's something to be said for people like you who have a lot of earth sign energy, who have this ability to ground themselves, to kind of, like, stick the landing that we're kind of in this jump. Yeah, especially because you guys are all the earth signs are going to get bolstered at Taurus season, I think, too, so. The patience. I think it's interesting that you were talking about the completion thing, and I think it's almost two sides of it. It's looking at it from two different angles of like, looking for what's complete, that'll drive you around that corner. That loop that I was talking about, it's like that's pulling you around. Shut up, Siri. Sorry. Anyway, so interesting, cool,
Yeah.
great. Well, thanks for. You want to stay on with me for the send off? Let's keep stay on. So you guys, thank you so much for like joining me for Third Eye Thursday this evening. Thank you to all of you who stayed on, thick and thin. Thank you to everybody who's joined me on YouTube. There's been a whole other conversation happening over here between takes. And you guys, things that are happening with Mindful Michael through this whole period of time, all quarantine long, I'm offering $50 birth chart interpretations. So birth chart interpretations are normally like $200. I have my own approach to birth chart interpreting, and I work with the energy body and the elemental aspects of your chart. And so it's just a different approach, and this is a great way for me to gather case studies, and it's a great way for you to support important causes like feeding me and keeping my roof over my head, which are important to me, you know. Also, I'm doing a mornings live with Mindful Michael. It's like my morning show, basically. It's my idea is it's like the opener to Live with Kelly and Ryan. So it's at 8:50 a.m. ish Eastern time, weekday mornings, and it's just like setting your vibration up for some positivity in your day, and yeah, it's great. There's also yoga classes, Sunday, 11 a.m. I'm doing a yoga class. We're meditating afterwards. It's lovely. It's open level, and all of that is donation-based. If you're interested in tipping your witcher, if you've had any demons slayed today, feel free to toss a coin my way. You can find links for that in my bio. And you're all wonderful. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. This is great. It's like 10:30 at night. You guys, I'm so glad that I could even let you know that it was Thursday. And yeah, so we are keeping busy, Elena. You better believe it. 'Cause where else am I going to do? What else am I going to do? You know?
What else?
Truly.
Focus on yourself.
Yeah, you know, I'm having so much fun. This is me just getting to do what I love all the time. It's kind of, I feel guilty, but I
Thanks for
don't.
sharing it with everybody.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your time with me. And, you know, if you don't have $1 to spare, share. Sharing helps me so much. Check out my website, sign up for my newsletter. Check out my Meta Mondays with Mindful Michael. It's a funny video. Have you seen my Meta Mondays? We've been working on them. We've been doing some like serious. Yeah, that was to you. Sorry, I should use your name, Chris. Chris, have you like? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, well, it's a good time. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, Chris. Thank you to my other tarotees. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. You are light, you are love, and you are meant to be here. That's my tagline. I'm keeping it. Bye, y'all. Oh, that was hard. Oh. Oh my god, I'm still streaming here. Well, you guys are great.